If you follow me on social media, then you have probably heard me talk about the newest Rene of Paris launch of wigs as being one of the best launches that I have seen in a long time. Of course, that's very subjective. We all have different tastes, but I am truly blown away by this launch. They've launched 4 brand new styles. They're all heat friendly. The lace fronts and the very wide, almost monotop, it's sort of a center part monotop combo, are impeccable. The price point is better than a lot of the wigs that I've seen launched lately. The prices seem to keep going up. These are more in line with where they were a few years ago. The fibers are incredible, the styles are incredible, the colors are incredible. Truly. Today, we're here to talk about Margo from that launch. I have Margo in 2 colors. This girl is Margo. I have her in a blonde. I have her in this Trace Chocolate R, which is a really surprising color. And we're going to learn all about all of it. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. I am so grateful to both Rene of Paris and 𝖺ēER for making this video possible. I truly, truly am indebted to all the companies that work with me so that I can get more information into your hands. If the information gets into my hands, it gets into your hands. And I love to be able to show you all the things, all the new styles, all the old styles I can get my hands on. We talk about tips and tricks. I teach you how to work with your wigs, how to be successful on the wig wearing journey, how to make your wigs last, how to make your wigs your own. And I also give you in-depth analysis of color, because color is one of the hardest things. And it wouldn't be possible if these companies weren't generously able to work with me and help me to do this. 𝖺ēER is an online retailer that also has some in-person wig shops. They carry all the major name brands, including Rene of Paris. I love 𝖺ēER because they do so much. You can shop in person if you're near one of their physical locations. They have online stores in the UK, Canada, and the US, which saves you money in the end if you're buying from the country where their website is. They do live sales every single week with open box clearance. They have huge discounts on some of the wigs they show in the lives. They do giveaways. So much. You can save money with 𝖺ēER, and I highly recommend them. I will put a link in the description box to Margo, as well as a coupon code that will save you money, which we all like. Let's take a look at Margo from all sides. I have her on my head right now in Trace Chocolate R. This is one of those styles that I like to say is great wedding hair. Pardon the cleavage. I did not realize this shirt showed so much cleavage. I will try to maintain some decorum here, but it's a really cute sweater. Back on track. This is one of those wigs that I often talk about as being great wedding hair. A style like this is really versatile. You can wear it up in a ponytail. You can wear it up in a French twist or any type of an updo that your skill set will allow you to achieve. Because of these face framing layers, it really makes updos fun and realistic. I think face framing layers like this make longer wigs really, really wearable. This piece has it all. So if you maybe don't wear long hair, but you have a wedding coming up, or you go to events sometimes where you have to dress up and you are always wondering what you're going to do about your bio hair or the wig you're wearing, if you don't have bio hair that you can wear out, having one at least wig that you can throw up is going to give you such peace of mind, because you're going to know that you have something that you can wear when you have an event that calls for some fancier hair. Of course, you can also wear this as an everyday wig, but I'd like to help you think through why it might be valuable to purchase a wig that isn't your typical everyday style, because our lives change all the time and we usually find ourselves in a situation where our everyday style maybe isn't ideal. So having something for those situations is really going to help a ton. Now, all 4 of the wigs from this launch have a lace front that is so good. They really did a great job with these lace fronts. And I'll just admit, Rene of Paris hasn't always made wigs with my favorite lace fronts. Normally when somebody asks me most realistic lace fronts, Rene of Paris doesn't always come to mind. I'll be honest with you guys. These are amazing. They do come with this really unique center part. I guess I could have showed it to you in the other one and kept this one on. Doesn't matter. This is what I mean by like a combo center part mono top. Look at how wide that is. It isn't as wide as your typical mono top, but it is wide enough that you can part it on the side. You can't do a deep part, but I think for most side part wearers, this is gonna do for you. I really do, unless you need it way, way, way super deep, you're gonna be fine. So if you're not a center part person, do not write these wigs off. You're not stuck with the center part. I don't part in the center and they're fine. We have extended lace, we have ear tabs, with bendable stays, we have extended nape, Velcro adjusters, and then the rest is open wefted. These caps are so good. I really, truly hope Rene of Paris keeps making wigs in these caps. They are, just great. So here's my two Margos. Again, Trace Chocolate R. I do cover color more toward the end. And then I've got Sea Salt Blonde, which I will throw on. These come in a number of colors, I think like 19 colors or something like that. So there are a decent number of color choices if neither one of these colors is your cup of tea. Beautiful. This one is more of a center part because that's how she came out of the box. I've been playing with the Trace Chocolate one a little bit more, and so that one had a little bit more of a side part, but again, you can play with that part. That is wide enough for you to create somewhat of a center part. Let's take a look at Sea Salt Blonde from all sides. And as always, I tell you guys there can be some variation from piece to piece. Even in the same style, and even if you were to get two of the same color, curl patterns can vary. I think this one seems a little bit more relaxed, and I think the curl pattern on this one is just a little bit more pronounced. I really wouldn't consider this curly, but this curls more, and this is more of a relaxed wave. Totally normal. This is just what happens. I know it's not ideal, and I know it can be upsetting when you find a favorite and then you get another one and it doesn't look the same. I'm just going to kind of play with her so I can show you as I'm trying to fudge that part. Now, normally when you change a part on a synthetic or a heat-friendly, it doesn't necessarily want to stay. It wants to spring back. Because these are made with heat-friendly fibers, you can take heat to this to get that part to stay. A hair dryer is actually great for that. You can use a hot comb or other types of tools, but honestly I'd start with a hair dryer and see if that's enough. Look at how cute with that swoop. If she won't stay, use a hair dryer, you'll get it to stay. As I was saying, curl pattern can vary, highlight placement can vary, and it is something we're just, for better or worse, gonna have to get used to and figure out how to deal with because it just happens. I don't think that's ever gonna change. These are mainly handmade items, and handmade items have variation. I will also say this one feels a little bit like it has a little bit more hair, and that could be because of the color. Color can sometimes give the illusion of more or less hair. There could also be a slight variation in the amount of hair because when I grab it back here in the ponytail, it does feel a little bit thicker. I would say these are generally more of a light to moderate density. They're not a lot of hair. They're not heavy density. So I'd say light to moderate, a natural density from the end standpoint. They don't seem too thick on the ends, but they're not real thin either. And these do not have any traditional permatease. There's a little bit of crimpy fibers right at the crown, but there is no traditional poofy, pillowy permatease. You are not getting a ton of volume up here. It's not poofy on the top because it doesn't have the permatease for it. So I really think these are very, very natural. And if you're looking for something you can do maybe in a half up, half down, like I said before, a ponytail. If you're a bang wearer, there are a bit of a fringe up here. It's way too long to be a full bang right now, but because it already exists, if you want to cut a full bang in these, you can, and you have a template already ready for you. I have a video showing how to use a thinning razor to trim up bangs that are just slightly too long, It's truly foolproof. Anybody can do it. So I would say if you have struggled with wigs because you wear bangs and you're not finding the styles that you like, this would be a great one, and you can fix it so that it's the right length for your forehead. Let's talk about fit. These, all of the wigs from this launch are fitting me pretty true to average. I am getting, and maybe even slightly larger than average, I am getting a ton of extra cap up here. A lot of extra cap. I do have to cinch these in. I have to wear a wig grip with them, and then they're fine. When I put a wig grip on and I cinch it in, I can wear them comfortably. I've actually been wearing Bran a little bit from this, and Lauren as well. They're a bit shorter. I don't have reviews yet. Hopefully I'll get to those soon. So I would say average, slightly larger than average. If you are a little smaller than average, I would just wear a wig grip and I think you're going to be okay. So I do think these are going to fit a wide range of head sizes, and they're definitely not running small. All right, we made it to color. I have on Sea Salt Blonde R. So this is a gorgeous blonde with like all the blondes. It's got a mixture of cool icy blonde and warm dark blonde. It's fairly well blended. It's definitely dimensional, but it is fairly well blended. And then we do have a root, and this root is a darker root. It's not so dark that it looks like bleach blonde 80s blonde, if you know what I mean, but it's definitely a bit of a darker root. It's not as light as some of the roots I've seen lately. So I think that makes this wearable for brunettes. It's a warm root. So I would say this color in and of itself is a more of a neutral leaning warm. So it does have the icy cool blonde, which is what I think keeps this from looking yellow and terribly warm. But the root is somewhat warm, which then warms up how it appears, if that makes sense. So if you're looking for a blonde that's cool, that maybe reminds you a little bit of gray, looks toward gray in some lighting, maybe not fully gray, this color is not that color. But if you also need super warm blondes, you like very golden, very leaning toward yellow, that's not this one either. So it's sort of in between. Whereas I've got the Trace Chocolate R, and I feel like I've got to spend a whole video on this one. I actually think I will put out a separate video to talk about this one, because the swatches are a little misleading, and not purposefully so. I think it's hard to tell color from a swatch. And when you've got so much going on in a color, you almost need to see the whole wig and how it plays out. So this one is called Trace Chocolate R, basically 3 chocolates. So it's a white, a medium, and a dark chocolate, and it's heavily highlighted. This is a very dimensional, dynamic color. It is not well blended at all, and it is heavily leaning toward gray. Very, very, very heavily leaning toward gray. This looks gray in every lighting. This looks almost like your hair is going gray, and instead of fully embracing the gray, you go to the salon and you ask them to blend out your gray, to give you some low lights, to maybe give you some highlights. You don't want the maintenance of a full color job on your gray, because that's a lot of maintenance every time your hair grows the tiniest millimeter. And so some people that's what they're doing these days. They're embracing their gray somewhat, and they go to the salon and they ask them to use the gray, but make it interesting. That's what this makes me think. Some people's gray may actually look like this. I know there's a huge variety of how people's gray grows in. But if you're thinking, well, that's not what gray hair looks like, it doesn't have to. I mean, if you want it to, if you're looking for a gray that looks like you didn't go to the salon, this I don't think is the color. But I think it's perfectly acceptable to have a gray that looks like you have the salon help you out with it. All right, let's get outside so you can see this outside, and let me know if you have questions about Margo. They killed it. They did a great job. Don't forget about Shaquelle. See you soon. All right, and we've got Sea Salt Blonde. It's starting to snow. Very slightly. So you can kind of see some of the warmth that is in this blonde. I don't think that came across great inside, which is why I said it keeps this from being really cool and looking gray. And what a great layered look. There you go. Here is this amazing color. Not at all what I expected. I mean, not at all what I expected. Margo is stunning. Yeah, I wonder how many people just don't know about this color, because the name doesn't lead you to believe it's going to be a gray like this. The color swatch doesn't either. I guess that's why color's so hard. There you go. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.